Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Elijah here with another video. And today, recently I had the flu. Yeah, I caught the flu recently because somebody got, I work a job with kids. I guess one of the kids got my boss sick, and then my boss got me sick. I'm not going to specify too much, but yeah, essentially today I'm gonna tell the story about the time I stood up for myself and ran away. So yeah, but if at any point I start coughing, that's why. Because I've been having lately this. So from the flu, I've had this cough that's lasted me like weeks. So yeah. But anyway, that's not the point. So I'm gonna jump right into the story. So this takes place back in middle school, and before I start, I got a lot of stories from middle school. So oh my gosh, yeah. So basically, while I was in middle school, I had a lot of bullies. I think I mentioned that. So there was Jonathan. So I'm going to talk today about this guy named Jose. So Jose was this bully I had, and Jose and I don't know what his deal was. Like he basically I just like he showed up to class one day and then just decided to start picking on me, which I mean, granted, there were times in middle school I definitely deserved to get bullied. I'm not gonna lie. Times that I was a jerk. But yeah, that's besides the point. This kid just kind of was rude to me for no reason. Would pick on me for being poor, because I didn't have an iPhone or any of these material goods. Damn, there were a lot of people back in the day at my middle school and like my high school who were very materialistic and like they like to bully people who are poor, which I happen to be poor, and I went to like a really rich school, so yeah. So basically, yeah, I didn't have much. I didn't have an iPhone. I would often like. I had a lot of pants that were like hand me downs that didn't fit me very good, and they would sag. I actually have a story about that I'll tell later. Not later, but like another time. But yeah, I was poor, guys. I was not rich by any means. So anyway, this was actually around the time that I didn't even have a phone at all because I had broken my Android and couldn't afford to get a new one. So, yeah, but anyway, so on this day, it's Friday. I'm going to meet my granddad because I used to go to my granddad's house on the weekends while he was still alive. Rest in peace, granddad. And yeah, and he decided we usually meet out in the back, or like I usually meet him in the back. I think yeah, on this day I met him in the back. Yeah, definitely. So what happened is, while I was on my way out, this kid, Jose, the one that I said bullied me a lot, he ran up, and I used to have this, like, Santa hat that I'd wear on Christmas. Like, it was around Christmas time, I'd wear a Santa hat, because why not be festive? And, yeah, he ran up, snatched my hat, and tried to run away. But I caught up to him, I grabbed his hood, and I proceeded to punch him, like, up in the... I punched him in the shoulder, not that hard, might I add, like, 3 times, and a teacher saw me do it, and I'm like, and then she's like, hey, and you know what she does? She's like, she tries to take us to the principal's office, and now the kid who picked on me, he was walking out the door, he didn't know anything, and so she's like, wait here, I'm gonna go after him. I'm like, okay, and then I just go, nope, and I turn right around and go out to the back to meet my granddad, and luckily, when I got out back, he was right there, like, I just had to walk out there, and jump in his little white Buick that he used to have. And man, I got a lot of stories about my granddad too that I need to tell, but shout out to my granddad for basically being my getaway driver. He didn't even know much about it. I think I might have told him, but knowing my granddad, he probably wouldn't have cared because all I did was run away from a bully and stand up for myself. So, yeah. But I don't know why. So the lady saw me punch him and yeah, decided to straight up get me into trouble. And I'm like, and he snatched my hat too. So she saw that too. She snatched my hat and she saw me go after him. And I grabbed my hat back and I punched him 3 times. Like, not even that hard. I used to be a really skinny kid. And the guy was bigger than me. He was taller than me. And he had, like, he was taller than me and he had a little bit of muscle on him. So I'm sure my punches barely even hurt. They probably felt like, I don't know, like being punched by a teddy bear or something. Because I was a skinny kid back in the day. So yeah. But all I did was stand up for myself. And that's the thing. I believe in it. Stand up for yourself. If you're being bullied, don't take that crap, man. Stand up for yourself. Yeah. But yeah, this is the story. It's kind of a short one, but I wanted to tell it anyway. You know what? Since it's kind of short, I think I'll tell another story about this kid. So, like, he didn't really do too much to me in middle school other than that one thing. And occasionally he just mainly would run his mouth, insult me for being poor, bully me because I had an Android. And after COVID, like, me and him didn't really talk. Like, I rarely saw him, but I had friends who knew of him. Like, my homegirl, she used to, like, live by him, so... Yeah, but, like... Sorry, guys. I am congested still. Also doesn't help that I just took a bike ride while it's freezing cold outside. But, yeah. So, after COVID, like, my sophomore year is when I went back to school, because I had, COVID happened during my freshman year, so I was on the internet. I didn't have to see anybody. No bullying really happened to me. Except for maybe my homegirl, that's another story. So, yeah, like, basically, I saw him in one of my classes. I had this advisory class, and he was there, and he talked about knowing me, but at the time, I was hyper paranoid and still kind of pissed at him. And I was like, I overreacted, and I started insulting him, and I'm like, yeah, man, I remember you used to bully me back in the day, and my teacher's like, hey, calm down. And he's like, nah, that was me back then, this is me now. And I'm like, oh, dang, okay, I'm sorry. And then after that, him and I were cool. Like, I apologized, we were cool. You know, water under the bridge, as they say. And yeah, from that point forward, I would occasionally talk with him, and he was actually pretty cool. Him and I weren't exactly friends, but, you know, we could talk. We could have a civil conversation, and I think it was just a maturity thing. Now, there were other kids who didn't mature from middle school. In fact, they got even worse. They terrorized me, but that's another story, because why tell so many stories? But I felt like it was worth mentioning that me and this kid are good now. Any grievance between me and Jose is all gone, alright? Like, yeah. I'm not talking about the other guy named Jose that I know. Not shout out to you, man. You don't deserve it. He also betrayed me. But, yeah. No, that's not even his name either. I think his name was, like, John or something. I'm not going to try to air too many people out, but yeah. Basically, if you're watching this, man, hope your life's going well. I hope everybody that in these stories is doing well. I want to stress this, like, I know my last story seemed like, basically me just being, like, bullying this emo girl, but I wasn't. Like, she was kind of just being mean to me for no reason, so, yeah. But I want to clarify, I don't promote bullying. Like, I agree some people deserve to be bullied. Like, people who are acting out or being mean to other people, they kind of deserve to be humbled. I believe that. But I don't believe in, like, bullying somebody, like, with, like, I don't believe in bullying people with autism or people with, like, disabilities or even racism. I don't agree with that. Homophobia, none of that. I don't believe in bullying whatsoever. I think it's just leave people alone. Be nice to people. If they're nice, if the way I see it, I live my life is, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Simple as that. I don't care about anything else. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. And comment, even if you can. Tell me some stories about bullies that you guys had. Oh my god, indigestion is really bad. I lost a bunch of weight from the flu. But yeah, so anyway, it's 2026. I forgot to mention that. Happy New Year. I wasn't able to vlog on the New Year and tell a story or just, like, do a countdown video, because New Year I went out for a bike ride, which doesn't help because the flu, that definitely intensified my symptoms. But I'm doing better. My energy's back. I just got a slight cough. And even the cough, like today, I didn't even have a single coughing fit. Like, I was able to get through the day just fine. Like, I felt good. Yeah. But, yeah. Peace out, guys. Later, y'all.